So you might be surprised to see that there's a race recap this weekend after I originally said there wouldn't be one until a couple weeks from now. Well, of course, Mother Nature has to ruin a lot of those plans since the vlog that was planned this weekend got canceled because of Mother Nature postponing the Canada Series race at Sunset Speedway to a later date to be determined. That fucking sucked. I was actually looking forward to going up to Sunset this weekend. But of course, Mother Nature has to fucking ruin everything. God damn it. So yeah, now it's just a waiting game to see when that Canada Series race gets rescheduled to. And hopefully I can still do that race this weekend without any scheduling conflicts. But anyway, there are some other races we're going to talk about this weekend. Mainly ARCA and Elko and then IndyCar at Road America. So covering some action in the Midwest. Let's see how it all fared out. So starting off is the ARCA race at Elko Speedway up in Elko, Minnesota. And usually Elko has had a pretty good history of putting on some absolute banger races the last few years. Especially last year's banger. While there was lightning 10 miles away from the track. But of course this year though, I mean with every track that has a history of putting on great racing, at some point they're due to have a dud race. And really, with how many good races we've had at Elko the last few years, it was overdue for them to have a dud race. And this race was an absolute dud. Not really a whole lot happened for this ARCA race at Elko Speedway. Outside of Alex Club dropping a pipe bomb on the rich kids and getting pissed at them. Because it's obvious them rich kids aren't getting a chub for the club, baby. The opposite of nice. And of course, yeah, pretty mid. It was overall a mid race. It was a mid. I mean, it was nothing too special. Especially considering what we had at Elko the last couple years. Yeah, I mean, it was going to be a dub. Like, not every Elko race is going to be an absolute banger. And of course, in the end, Max Reeves, he bounces back after getting dick punched by Lapsevich last week. Reeves bounces back and gets his first career ARCA win in the main ARCA series. So yeah, after Reeves has been dominating it up in the ARCA East Series, he finally wins one in the main ARCA Series, making Max Reeves an official winner in the ARCA Menards Main Series. And yeah, now through 8 races this season, we've had 5 first-time ARCA winners in ARCA in 8 races this year. Damn. ARCA's had a really good history. ARCA's had a really good run this year of producing first-time winners. And drivers really making a name for themselves. So yeah, maybe ARCA can finally live up to that names get made here quote. But yeah, not bad for ARCA. But yeah, Reeves finally gets his first career win. Yep, as he finally learned that he actually has to compete and not have everything handed to him. And so when he finally got that wake-up call, he finally got a win. Still very young, a lot to learn from him. But yeah, congrats to him on the win. But yeah, it was a pretty mid race, you know. Hopefully in the future we get more banger races at Elko in the future. But hey, it happens, you're going to have some duds every now and then. But yeah, that was ARCA this weekend. Now on to the IndyCar race at Road America. And I'll be honest, actually, for anyone that was wondering about the Cup race at Pocono, if I was going to cover it or not, the answer is no. I'll just say this in terms of the Cup race at Pocono. If ARCA was still racing at Pocono like they have been back in the day, I would have easily covered the Cup race at Pocono. Sadly, that's not the case because ARCA's being fucking gay right now. But of course, one series that isn't being gay right now is IndyCar at Road America. Honestly, why the Cup Series left this track, I have no fucking clue outside of NBC sabotaging the ratings on purpose just to give NASCAR an excuse to go to Chicago. Hopefully NASCAR returns to Road America in the future, because this IndyCar race was an absolute chaotic banger. There were some chaotic moments, but there were a lot of great moments in this race, a lot of comers and goers. Just an absolute great race. Like, honestly, out of all the road course races this year, this was easily the best one of the year. I would say probably second best race this year behind Gateway. A lot of great moments happened at Road America. Like, Road America put on another classic banger for IndyCar. But of course, though, a lot of people are going to say this race will automatically say this race sucked just because of who won. Because the driver that won, his dominance might bore fans. Because after a couple weeks of not having Alex Palou win and having Kyle Kirkwood win, it was a great couple weeks of not having Palou win since the Indy 500. But Alex Palou decided, nope, that break's over. Dick punch back to reality. As yeah, all of that great racing leads to Alex Palou getting his 6th win of the season. As yeah, Alex Palou continues his dominant run throughout the season. As yeah, through 9 races, Alex Palou has won 6 out of 9. Yeah, crazy part is we've only had 2 different winners through 9 races. Especially with Alex Palou winning 2/3 of those races. But yeah, Palou has his 6th win. Palou also becomes the first driver to win 6 races in the IndyCar season since Will Power in 2011. She mentioned this last time somebody won this many races in a season, they did not go on to win the championship. That was Will Power in 2011. When Power was still choking the championship away until 2014. But yeah, I do not think that will be the same fate for Palou, since Palou now continues to have a stranglehold on the championship. As yeah, with this race at Road America, it means we're now officially halfway through the IndyCar season. 9 races down, 8 to go. The question I think in these last 8 races are going to be, can anybody not named Alex Palou or Kyle Kirkwood get a win this year? Especially if Palou continues to win at this rate. And I mean, we got like 1 street circuit left this year, so we can probably say Kirkwood could probably win Toronto. But outside of that, though, there's still a lot of racing left to be decided. With 8 races left, of course, IndyCar off for 2 weeks until we go to Mid-Ohio for 4th of July long weekend. For IndyCar's traditional 4th of July long weekend race at Mid-Ohio. But yeah, the IndyCar season, actually, it's only got like 2 months left because, yeah, I keep forgetting. IndyCar this year ends in August. It ends at the end of August this year because of Fox's contract with the NFL, covering the NFL. So they got to end the season earlier. I keep forgetting about that. Damn. Pretty crazy that we only got 2 more months left of IndyCar. Because IndyCar's put on some great racing. Too bad IndyCar is still getting destroyed by NASCAR in the ratings. Even with NASCAR's ratings going down the toilet on streaming. But at least NASCAR's age on streaming with Prime has gone younger. But yeah, of course, that wraps it up for motorsports coverage this weekend. In terms of Cup recap, still the same plan as before. Next Cup recap won't be until Dover in July. But yeah, in terms of next week's recap, see you all next week for IndyCar, for F1 in Austria, and see you all next week for trucks at Lime Rock.